Anime is a form of media that pretty much anyone can get into. There hasn't been a topic, profession, or hobby that anime hasn't covered yet. Are you a lifter? Well, here you go. Do you like sports? Well, look at all these anime. Racist? Here's a little something for you. Got functioning ears? Well, now you do not. Anyways, the genre around music and anime is a genre with some of the greatest anime among them, and a genre I have a lot of love for, because believe it or not, your boy is an aspiring musician. Music is something that on many occasions I've tried to kind of learn the ins and outs of, to varying degrees of success. I mean, I can make you a simple, decent drum pattern with a simple melody, but that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I've never had the time to go in on learning the ins and outs of producing music, and in the times that I've tried to learn music production, my mistake was that I always really underestimated how difficult and how many different things you have to learn in order to really get good. My dumbass went in thinking that making music was pretty much the same as making videos. You know, dragging things into the timeline until something cool popped out, when in reality you have to learn mixing, music theory, progression, amongst other things, and that shit takes a lot of time and dedication. I will get back on it soon. I haven't given up on it yet. Right now I'm just waiting for a moment where I can really focus on it and not just be on it like on and off. But moving on from my sad attempts at music production, Bocchi the Rock is an anime many people, myself included, can relate to. We follow our girl Hitori Goto, a friendly shut-in with aspirations of one day being able to form a band and play live with them. Unfortunately for her, despite her obvious skill and ability to be able to easily accomplish these goals, there is just one thing holding her back: her crippling social anxiety. It's so bad that she spends most of her time in a closet making song covers and looking at what her internet friends have to say about her videos. Ha! What a loser! What kind of person? Oh. Anyhow, for an anime about an antisocial femcel, it's surprisingly really well made. There's a lot of little details and movements they add to the animation and characters. Like, for example, as Bocchi gets more and more nervous or anxious, the animation kind of begins to sort of degrade. It also tends to switch styles depending on whatever schizophrenic delusion Bocchi is having at that moment. And overall, the animation is incredibly top notch. I found myself rewinding a lot because of those little movements or those little details that characters have that I feel like aren't praised enough, as well as the small animation changes. I don't know, I love to see the little things like that. But moving on from the animation, something else that was really well done was Bocchi's social anxiety. Now, I've always been a little bit more of an introvert all my life. I've never had social anxiety like that, but I was kind of an introvert. And nowadays, I've been able to fix it for the most part. And some of the things Bocchi does in this anime made me smile because of how much it reminded me of myself. Like, before I would have to do stupid shit like hyping myself up before going to talk to a person or before doing certain things. And look at this.
前はにじかちゃんと一緒だったから入れたけど、誰か入らないかな。
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
誰かと一緒に入りたい。5分。あと5分経ったら絶対入ろう。いや、10分。15分。
She also tends to drum up the worst possible scenario in her head for the most simple things, which is another thing I used to do a lot and somewhat still tend to do to this day. All these mannerisms are for the most part pretty spot on. It makes me wonder if women in real life have social anxiety. Wouldn't know. I never speak to them. Alright, so for the most part, Bocchi the Rock is more of a slice of life / comedy type anime, but there's still a lot of effort put in the musical aspect of this show. For example, although I'm not a guitar guy and don't know anything about it, from what I've heard, the guitar strokes and all that are actually accurate, and from what I've also seen from people making covers, the movement in the anime and in real life is pretty similar. The songs are also really good. My personal favorite is the one in episode 7 called That Band. I especially love that opening riff. It's too damn good. And yeah, there's been a lot of great anime in 2022, but for me personally, it's been between these two, and I'm gonna have to go with Bocchi on this one. Because although a lot of love was obviously put into Chainsaw Man, Bocchi for some reason has a special place in my heart. I don't know why, maybe I relate to it, but I love Bocchi's socially awkward and slightly autistic antics. as well as the interactions with everyone else in the band. But do you want to know something? Do you want to know what Bocchi has that Chainsaw Man doesn't, which instantly makes it leagues better than CSM? It has the SpongeBob womp sound effect. Yup, I rest my case. Watch this anime if for some reason you haven't yet, and let's hope they come out with the second season soon. I'm begging. And yeah, peace.